Hello and welcome to my video. My name is Danita and I am the owner and designer of UndoKarma on Etsy and Cut My Canvas on Facebook. All links will be put in the description below. In this video I'm going to show you how to cut the holes for my butterfly sun catcher. You can find this pattern as a digital download on my Etsy shop. Just search for UndoKarma, or you can contact me for the digital or printed pattern on my Facebook page. Just search for Cut My Canvas. So I'm going to jump in, and also let me please note that I have no video editing skills. I have no video editing program, nor do I have the time for any of that. So this is a raw video. It gets put up just as I make it. So there will be fumbles, miswords, mess ups. It's all included in the video. I can't edit it to make it shorter. If you want to fast forward, whatever you need to do, just letting you know. Unfortunately, I'm too busy designing and cutting. I cut plastic canvas shapes and sell them in my Etsy shop, so I do not have time to edit videos. So this is this is the printed pattern for the monarch butterfly with the holes. It also comes with the pattern if you want it without the holes. You don't have to have it in the holes. The holes are if you want to add little beads. You can add little colored beads or little clear beads in each one of these holes. And it creates a wonderful sun catcher to hang on a porch or patio. And unfortunately, I do not have mine that I finished as I gave it away. So I don't have a finished one here to show you, but you'll see the photos if you go to my Etsy shop for the listing. So I already have 2 butterflies cut here. And what I'm going to do is show you how to cut the holes, because that is the most complicated part. Cutting the butterfly itself, in my opinion, isn't too bad unless you are new. If you are new, it might be a little tricky. If you would like me to create a video on how to cut the actual butterfly out, please put it in the comments below. And if it's requested, I'm happy to do that. But this one is just going to be to cut the holes. Now, you can count and cut, but I highly, highly recommend for this if you don't want to mess up, because I will say I am a pro at cutting canvas. I do it every day, and I've been doing it for years. And even I mess up on these holes a lot. And I will also say it really doesn't matter your holes. If you mess up on one, it's okay. It really is. You can put the holes wherever you want to be. This is just how I designed it and where I put the holes. You can have less holes. You can add more holes. You could do whatever you want. But if you want it just to be like this pattern, I'm going to show you. And I recommend, I very seldom ever use a Sharpie for cutting. But on this one, I recommend it. I'm going to use a dry erase. Or no, it isn't. It's permanent. But that's okay. I'm going to keep this shape with this permanent one for my template. I recommend getting a dry erase so that it will wash off. Yes, so this is on 7 mesh. You can cut this from a standard sheet of plastic canvas. It's a little less. I'm going to put that there. So I have 2 of them already cut out here, the butterflies. So let's put all these aside. The tricky part is counting the holes. That could be a little tough because it's just hard sometimes counting holes. And then drawing your shape. Now I'm just going to draw the holes on one side of this butterfly. And let's get started. And I'm going to start here, and I need a fine tip. Something to count, like this pencil. You could use your needle. Now my printer is not the best, and as you can see, it's kind of rough printing there. So I'm going to use this side. It printed out better. I need a new printer. So let's turn the butterfly on this way. And then I'm going to begin counting. I'm going to start with this hole. Hopefully I am in view. I hope I'm in view. I'm going to start with this hole right here. So let's count. I'm going to start drawing on this corner. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 that way. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and this was the corner. So each hole is 3 by 3. Each square is 3 by 3 holes. There we go. All right, and then 2. So then you're just going to count and draw your holes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then with it being a Sharpie, if you mess up, you can just redraw it, because once you cut it, you cut it. You can't uncut it. Okay, I'm going to do this hole, and it's on 1, 2, 3. One, two. Now I can tell you, let me give you a little tip here. To tell how far apart the spacing is with holes, if it is one single crochet in between the two holes, the two squares, then it is 2 holes over. If it is 2 single crochets in between the 2 squares, then that is 3 holes. And I don't know if there's any that are 3. So most of them are going to be 2 holes or 3 holes apart. So just minus a hole. If it's 1 row of crochet, it's 2 holes in between. If it's 2 rows of... Did I say crochet? Where did that come from? If it is 1 row of single stitch, then it is 2 holes apart. If it is 2 rows of single stitch, then it is 3 holes apart. I hope that helped and did not confuse you any. 9. Okay. We got the first one. Now that I have that, I don't really have to count. So now I know this says 2 rows of single crochet, so it's 3 holes, and it is the same. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I think. 1, 2, 3. Now like I said, I'm just going to do the holes on one side of this butterfly. I don't know if you can see my Sharpie. I'm not trying not to put put it on too dark. I guess it really doesn't matter. I'm using this as a template. 1, 2, 3. That's on the last one. This is so much easier if you draw out the holes first. I highly recommend. 2, 3 on the bottom one. No. Before I did the video, I was cutting out these butterflies, and out of these 2 butterflies, I have 3 that I cut out that were wrong. So even for a pro, these butterflies can be a little tricky to cut out. So if you mess up, don't get mad at yourself. It's normal. Okay, so here we go. This is on the same line. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So far, so good. It looks like I am on track here. 2, 3. This really is a beautiful piece when it's done with the little beads in it. And the pattern tells you what size, exactly what size beads to use as well, just so you know. I don't know about offhand. 3. But I did put it in the pattern. I used clear beads, but you could use colored beads as well. Of course, you can use any color you want. It's your design. You do it how you want to do it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see here. This one, 1, 2, 3. And since I cut and sell the shapes is why I don't like to draw out the pattern first, because I don't like to sell shapes with Sharpie on them. So there's this one, and then this one, and then 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we're getting close to the end here. So 1, 2. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this one is 3 up. I don't know if you can see these boxes. Probably not. They're not very dark. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And if you plan on making several of these, I do recommend making you one template, and I'll show you how you can use that template to cut out your other holes without having to take the time to do this Sharpie. I just have to get these holes cut on this one. 1, 2. We're almost there. 2. Let's see. 2, 3. So it's 1, 2. I think this is the last square we have to add. That's it. All right, I have all my squares. Now let's see if I can, so you can see. All right, there are all the squares. Now what I'm going to do is cut them all out. I like to use this fine tip scissors, Loops by Loops and Thread. I can add a link in the comments below if you would like to get one. So I'm going to take this in here, and I'm going to go in, and I'm cutting up close to the black line that I've drawn on there. And I highly agree. Turn it with each cut. And there is one hole. All right, I'm going to continue cutting out. Now to keep it from flinging all over the place, when you do the last cut, I'm going to hold it with my finger. Otherwise, it will fly across the room. All right, here we go. It's so much easier when the holes are marked. Still a little time consuming, but well worth the effort, because these are beautiful when they are finished. If you go to my listing for this butterfly SUNCATCHER on my Etsy shop, you'll see some photos, finished photos, and some from other customers, that theirs that they made. you can see all the different ways that you can make yours. I desperately need to make me another one because the one I made, I gave away to an admirer, and they seen it and they said, "Oh my God, that's so pretty! I love it." Because of the person I am, I had to give it to them. Whee! See how that one flew across the room? Well, that one flew across the room. And if you're wondering, I wear these gloves. This is 2 pair. It is a pair of copper gloves, and I cut the fingers off. And this is a wrist glove because, yes, I'm doing so much cutting, my hand can get sore. I have found wearing the gloves makes a big difference. And these copper gloves were a lifesaver. Really, really, really do help to keep my hand from hurting near as much. It started to hurt really bad until I started wearing these gloves. And I got them on Amazon, and I will also put a link in the comments. I'm sorry, in the description. The description that is above the comments. All right. We're doing great. Oh, I'm going to have plastic canvas everywhere. I hope you check out some of my other videos. Right now, I am working on a haunted dollhouse. I go live on my Facebook every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. And right now I'm working on a haunted dollhouse, and I am doing it during my lives. And then I am uploading those live videos to my YouTube channel here. You can just look for the playlist titled Haunted Dollhouse. And they're just uploads from my YouTube lives. I am doing the entire dollhouse during my lives. So it's going to take many lives, but it's a fun process. I'm excited to get it finished. Alright, we are almost there. Then we have to do the other side of the butterfly. And there's 2 ways. There's probably more ways, but there are 2 ways you can go about cutting the other holes on the other side of the butterfly. This is why I only drew the holes for one side, because I'm going to show you the trick to do the other side. Whoops. If it's too difficult to hold on to the piece in the last cut, then just let it fly. You can clean it all up later. That's how I look at it. I'd rather let it fly than mess up and cut too much canvas. Alright, getting down there. Excuse the mess on my desk. I have a lot of plastic canvas stuff going on. I like to get my plastic canvas from Hobby Lobby, if you're wondering. I love the feel of their canvas. I think theirs is the best. It just is so pliable and it's so soft. It cuts easy. And my second preferred place is Walmart, if you can get it. They don't always have it. And I have found lately that I cannot even order it online. I used to have it shipped and I've been trying for many months and I can't order it online anymore. They just keep saying unavailable. And then I used to get it from Joann Fabrics, but they just went out of business. You might be able to from Michaels, but I think they're a little expensive. Okay, we are done with the holes on this side of the butterfly. There are a couple options to do in the other side. You could do it the same way. You can take your Sharpie, draw the holes, and cut it out. As you can see, that worked very well. I'm going to, you can also take, I like to do it like this. I fold it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the bottom. I'm going to just pick a place on the squares and they're all going to be the same. So I'm going to pick the bottom right corner of the holes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the first cut in each hole in the bottom right. Make sure it's all lined up perfectly. And then I'm going to finish those holes. So I know it's 3 by 3 and I started in the bottom right. So I got to go over left. So there's 1. 2. So this saves a little time from having to sit and draw out every hole. If you don't feel comfortable, then draw them out. That is completely okay. So there you go. So I'm going to take this and fold it back. You can go through, if you're really good, and do the bottom right or bottom left or of all the holes at once. I'm going to stick with a row at a time just to try to prevent myself from messing up, because it happens to all of us. All right, but this does save you the step of having to draw them out. And if you cut the same spot on every hole, then you won't have to remember which way do I cut the box. Or the square, you could say. Gonna cut them all in the same direction. And I am not going to cut. I will. All right, I'll go ahead and finish this, and then I will show you one more tip, and then that will be it for this video. 1, 2. Just make sure you're completely lined up and straight. See, and this is another way, if one of these holes you did and it's a slightly wrong, you can make the other side exactly the same and keep on going with that piece. It doesn't exactly have to match up with the holes on the pattern. I'm going to go ahead and do all these holes. I am going to have to fold this piece down a little bit. All right, but that's okay. That's okay. These are the tricky ones up here because it's so close to the bend. Make sure I'm all lined up. This is where it can kind of get that wrist going. Twisting it in an unnatural way. Make sure I'm all lined up. Alright, I think I got them all. I will know when I'm done. See, and then just bend this the opposite direction, and there you go. You never know it was bent. And then another thing you can do to save from turning and turning and turning, I'm going to go to each hole and do the right side up 3. Especially if you're going to be cutting out a lot of these, this can really help. Just some little tips and tricks. I will not be surprised if I miss a hole. You can always come back and add it in. Just looking for all the spots that I cut. I knew I cut it on the bottom right, so I am gonna cut that and go up one more hole to make the 3 holes for the square. Looks like that should be done. Now I'm going to turn it. Now I'm going to go to all of them and go up 3 again. Just take your time. You don't want to overcut. It's very easy to overcut. I know because I do it all the time. So just take your time, especially if you're new to cutting. This isn't something you do often. Now this one I had missed going this way. So there we go. Just take your time. There's no rush. Oops, this one I missed going this way. No, I didn't. Take your time. One square at a time. Okay, now we can turn it. Go up 3 again on the right side. And see, this is a little bit faster when you do all the same direction at once. Oops, see, this one I missed. See, I'm taking my thumb and pushing the corner up since we've done the one corner. I'm pushing it up there with my thumb to get in there and do the cut. And plus it lets me know if I already cut it. Alright, we are almost done. Oops, this one I missed. See? Oh, this one I cut the wrong. There we go. All right. Now we've turned, and then we are on the last cut of each hole. Watch the magic happen. Looky here. If it's easier for you, just let the plastic canvas little pieces fly out the window. Oops, I missed a cut. Just fly so you don't mess up your cuts. I'm going to try to prevent as many of them as I can. So as you can see, this way is a little bit faster and you're not having to constantly turn the butterfly. Turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it. That kind of makes me a little seasick. Okay, I'm going to fold this butterfly so I can get up here. We are almost done. Oops, I missed that cut, and I missed that cut. I'll come back and get the ones I missed. Just 2 left. Nope, 4 left. Oh my goodness. Boy, I missed a lot. There we go. Last one, and we have it. Yes. Now what you can do is fold it over and make sure you didn't miss any holes. It's beautiful. And there you have it. If you are doing the hanging sun catcher, I recommend doing another one for the back side, doing it 2 sides, because that way you can hang it and the butterfly will spin around like this, and you'll have both sides, and then the beads just sparkle in the sun. It's beautiful. Now, to do your second one real quick, you can just take this one on top. I'm going to keep this one for my template. What I do is I put it on top. You can take and put a clip like this. Oh my goodness. One that doesn't have stuff all over it, preferably. You can take and clip it to keep it from moving around. And then you can take your scissors like we just did on the second half and do all your snips. Or you can do it the easiest way, which is you could take it this way too to draw out your holes, whichever makes it easier. But there you go. And that is it. And if you make this, I would love to see how yours turn out. Feel free to hit me up on Facebook and send me a message with a photo of your butterfly. I would love to see it. And if you have any questions, suggestions, concerns, problems, please put them in the comments below. And good luck and happy stitching.